In a previous video, I showed you some of the communication gear that I use or that I keep on me or in my vehicle. Those included the CB, the amateur or ham radio, my cell phone, and other two-way radios that I can use. Well, something else just arrived, and it's another dual band or amateur ham radio type setup. A little more portable. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at it. Alright, first thing is the two-way radio that came. And I think it's pronounced Baofeng. It's kind of a popular setup or radio. It's I believe a Chinese company. This is the Baofeng UV -5R+. And let's just open this box up. And you can see it's a small handheld device, and the radio, there's about the size of it. You can see in my hand. Let me just pull this out of the plastic here. And it's kind of a camouflage, I guess, paint scheme on it, or color scheme. You can get it in different colors. You can see the back doesn't have the battery in it, doesn't have an antenna on it yet. So let me pull out the battery, which is right here in another plastic bag. And I don't know if it's charged, but we'll slide it in here. Do get an antenna, of course. And let's see if we can pull that out. It screws in right here. I don't know if this is charged or not, or if I'm going to have to charge it first.
Channel mode.
And looks like the battery, I can't really see it in this light. It's got a little charge on it. So there is the radio. Also included in the box is a clip for, it looks like a belt clip that goes on the back somewhere, I believe. And a lanyard, as well as an earpiece that screws into the, well, let's see, we've got mic and SP it says. So an earpiece if you want to use that, and then a charger, and a base unit that the charger plugs into, it looks like. And then along with all that comes with a user's manual. So this is a VHF, UHF dual band. I don't know if it says anything on the box as far as the specs, and it doesn't as far as the frequencies, but I think they're kind of common, especially in this brand or this size. And you can program it. It set it up, to communicate. It's not I think you would have to have a larger system to do, long range. This is more within, view of sight or side of view. Yeah, you can tell I'm not like a real professional with as far as radios. I've seen some folks use them though in their off-road vehicles, you know, when they're out in the middle of nowhere, just to communicate between vehicles within a, you know, a mile or two. They program them to have to work on the same channels or same frequencies. I believe this also has an FM transceiver or an FM. You can program it to pick up FM, just to receive FM. Some have programmed it to get the weather channel or station or weather frequency. And so from what I've seen, the research I did, they're pretty good, pretty reliable radios. And I decided to also pick up kind of an accessory type bag. This is, they call it their Baofeng Accessories UV-5R model. And it's, I think it's from a different company, but they offer some of the things that you would normally have to get as options. One of them is, I believe this is just another for charging. It also comes with the USB cable for programming the radio. Some sort of strap. And a microphone or a mic or a handheld mic, which, you know, makes it a little easier. You can hook this up and just use this to communicate instead of having to hold the radio up to you. And that's one of the reasons why I purchased this accessory package. So a handheld mic. And the other reason is for an extra battery. And this battery is a little larger than the one that comes with the radio. So when it is, I guess I could pull it out. So when it is plugged in, it's actually going to give you a larger, or the radio will be taller, as you can see right here. So I probably could just pull this one off and plug this one in. I don't know if it's charged either, but and so you can see how much longer it makes the radio. But it's a bigger battery, gives you more user time, and it's nice to have a second battery if the other one, you know, runs down and you're out and you have to just plug this one in. The extra battery is black, so it doesn't match the camo scheme, but that's perfectly fine. You know, it's not a big deal. And one more thing that I picked up is, let's see here, another antenna. Now I'm guessing that the one that it comes with the radio works just fine. Let's see if I can get this one out of here. This one is a larger antenna. They call it more of a tactical antenna. I don't really know if that is kind of tactical, but it's let's see if I can get it out. They've got it packaged pretty well in here. Piece of Velcro, and the antenna is in two parts. And I believe they called it a gooseneck, HYS gooseneck CS tactical. And so you can see that the bottom part of the antenna has a swivel or a bend on it, and then it goes in here, the top part, and then this actually bends down when you're, say you're hiking or you're out, and then you can use the Velcro just to hold it together. And I'm not tightening it up too much, but you can see how it just kind of holds it all together like that. And then when you need to use it, you can just take this off and it extends out, pops up. And I purchased this, you know, so that I could use it on the radio if I want, for maybe a greater range, a little more power to it. Or I can use this on, I've got another two-way dual band amateur or ham radio that I can put this on the back of it. It's kind of a, not as portable as this one, but I can put this on the back of it and use it as well. Or I can of course use the antenna that I have mounted on the vehicle. So that's what I picked up, and it's kind of a sloppy unboxing here. And I didn't really go into a lot of the specs on the radio, but you can see the model and everything here. And like I said, it's kind of popular. I've seen a lot of videos, people purchase this and they say it's pretty good, you know, for the price, which is really cheap. It's fairly a good radio to have, and it's just another, you know, piece of gear that I like to have, just different forms, in case something doesn't work. I can use something else in its place. All right, so as you could tell from this video, I'm not an expert on any of this gear. I'm just learning, like a lot of people are, and I just, you know, I'm acquiring it for emergencies, for being off grid, just different ways to communicate. And as I did on my previous video, or as what happened on my previous video, people did ask me about, you know, the ham radio or amateur radio. I am still in the process of getting the technician license. I've got the gear, like as you can see, and now I just have to get the license to be able to transmit. So thanks again for watching.